Next is the top 10 body units in the game. First unit on my list is Shisui. He is amazing in PvP. He is the speed leader with 432 speed, and he can restrict your movement and or switch seal. His abilities are really good too. So he has a 45% chance to dodge and a 25% reduced damage, ignores damage reduction effects, and reduce even more damage, 20% more. His field skill reduced damage by his field skill reduced damage by 20-25% with a 20-25% chance of dodging, and reduces the chance of receiving speed reduction and switch healing for 30% for his buddy skill. His ninjutsu moves perfect dodge for all enemies in range and ignores substitution with 5 times attack for them, 30% chance of switch healing for 5 turns, and 80% chance to restrict their movement for 5 turns. So very good. His red ring is single target, ignores perfect dodge and barrier and substitution, and rolls back their speed gauge a lot. That's what it says, a lot. Next on the list is Sakura, the PVE form. It can heal 500 each turn, 30% more damage to skill and 30% more damage to body, and notify element affinity based damage. For field skill reduces the chance of your attack being reduced by 35 to 40%, and buddy skill restores 350 health. His ninjutsu 8 times attack to one enemy in range, and 12 times if they are slip damage and knocks them back. And red ring 25 times attack toward one enemy in range, knocking them back with 60% chance of attack weakening for 6 turns and or immobilization for 3 turns each. And it restores 22,500 of own health for 3 turns, so pretty good. Next unit on my list is Kaguya. She is OP in PvP. She's not as fast as the she's not like 400 speed. She's like I think like 300, 200. But she has an insane pushback that is really OP. AoE pushback. She has a resistance for mobilization by 50% as her first jutsu. Um, Restores health to 10% of the damage caused with just normal attacks, like normal basic attacks, combination attacks, follow-up attack counters. Nullifies chakra recovery, ceiling, lowers rate of getting jutsu sealed, and boost speed by 1.3 times when your health reaches 50% or less. Field skill reduces body elemental damage by 30 to 35%. Buddy skill reduces heart and skill elemental damage by 30%. And the ninjutsu 6 times attack toward all enemies and rolls back their speed gauge like crazy. And red ring hits the whole map, ignores substitution, 15 times attack, 100% chance of flip damage for 20 turns. So OP. Next unit is Final Valley Sasuke. He has amazing AoE for ninjutsu. Does a lot of damage to wisdom, bravery, and skill. And he can basically do unlimited ninjutsu if you get ultra combos. So boost attack times 2 during combinations, 20% chance of reset for ninjutsu, 40 increase the bravery, wisdom, and skill, and ignore barrier and does damage. And he just got a limit break, so it's like really oh crap. Let me restart that. It just got a limit break, so it's like his strength is like really high, 3,600. So it's OP. Field skill has a high chance of attacking back when someone attacks you. Buddy skill heals for 300. Ninjutsu, all enemies in range, changes your range to long for 2 turns and restores on chakra gauge by 2. And his secret technique neutralizes element affinity based damage reduction for one enemy in range, 17 times attack and knocks them back. Gives you 10 perfect dodges for 1 turn. The next unit in my list is the New Year Sasuke. He has a high chance of reset for his ninjutsu and secret technique, and he does a decent amount of damage to the hard type. So his first ability, Notify Chakra Recovery Ceiling, 20% chance of receiving 1 chakra gauge when he gets hit, 25% chance of restoring 1 chakra gauge when he's attacking someone, boost rate of immobilization by 15%, and 40% chance to reset on ninjutsu, and 50 for red ring. Field skill reduces the chance of receiving chakra recovery ceiling and immobilization by 25 to 35% each. And buddy skill reduces the chance of receiving slip damage and health recovery damage conversion by 35% each. The ninjutsu ignore substitution for all enemies in range, 5 times attack toward them, 80% chance of immobilization, and a black flame that ignores defense and causes 2000 damage. For red ring, it ignores damage reduction effects and substitution for 1 enemy on the screen with 16.2 times attack toward them, 80% chance of health recovery to damage conversion for 3 turns. The next unit on my list is Shikamaru. He is good for changing typing, and on his ultimate he has it's AoE, so a lot of damage. 25% chance to get a reset on ninjutsu, 25 for secret technique, 25 increase to hard type, so more damage to hard types. 10% chance of restoring 1 chakra gauge when dealing direct attacks, and 10% for when he gets hit. It ignores damage reduction effects and does damage. His field skill reduces the chance of receiving chakra recovery ceiling by 30 to 40%. And for his buddy skill, he has resistance for switch ceiling 35%. His ninjutsu removes perfect dodge and barrier for 1 enemy in range, and ignores substitution and changes their element to heart type for how much? 3 turns. And it's red ring, it's AoE, 17 times attack toward them, and nullifies you from any basic attack. Next unit is Samari Madara. He is very good because he has high chances of reset for his ninjutsu and secret technique. 40% chance for, or 45% chance for ninjutsu, and 45 for his secret technique as well. And he has an increased ninjutsu secret technique damage multiplier by 2. He reduces skill elemental damage by 30 to 35% and boosts attack by 400, body attack by 400. His ninjutsu is AoE with a 75% chance of slip damage and or attack reduction for 4 turns each. His red ring, 18 times attack toward 1 enemy in range, 65% chance of slip damage for 8 turns and or immobilization for 2 turns each. And not only that, he also goes under 28, which is he is a very good under 28 cost unit. So the next unit on my list is Indra. He is 3-6 chakra and does a decent amount of damage. He nullifies jutsu ceiling, has a 30% chance of reset for his ninjutsu, has resistance against switch ceiling by 60%, can a 10% chance of getting 1 chakra when he's attacking someone, notify element affinity based damage reduction, and reduce damage taken by 30%. He has a high chance of attacking back as his field skill, and his buddy skill is resistance against switch ceiling by 30%. His ninjutsu ignores damage reduction effects for all enemies, 3.8 times attack, and 40% chance of immobilization for 2 turns. His red ring ignores damage reduction effects for all enemies in range with 11.4 times attack toward them, and gives you 70% immobilization resistance for 6 turns. Okay, next unit on my list is Samari Sasuke. He has resistance against immobilization and jutsu ceiling by 35%, has a 45% chance to reset on ninjutsu, a 15% chance of restoring 1 chakra gauge when receiving direct attacks, and boost rate of status alignment by 20%. His field skill boosts attack by 150 to 250 and reduces skill elemental damage by 25 to 30%. His buddy skill boosts attack by 250 and reduces heart elemental damage by 25%. On his ninjutsu, he ignores substitution for 1 enemy in range with 7.5 attack, The enemy receives increased damage from their non-effective elemental affinities by 20% for 3 turns. Trigger technique does 22 times attack toward one enemy in range and knocks them back. Restores own chakra gauge by 3, so you have enough chakra to do an ninjutsu, and he has a high chance of resetting that, so it's a really good unit. And the final unit on the top 10 best body type units is this Naruto. He is very good for PvP. He can switch seal, and he takes away 3 chakra from the person he hits, and it's AoE. So he can notify chakra recovery ceiling, 30% chance to reset ninjutsu, 20% chance of restoring 1 chakra gauge when receiving direct attacks, 20% chance when he's hitting someone, heals for 300, and notify immobilization. And his total speed is 363. For his field skill, he has resistance against immobilization and jutsu ceiling by 30 to 40%. His buddy skill boosts critical rate by 3 times and attack by 250. In his ninjutsu, he ignores like everything, 60% chance of switch ceiling, and reduces their chakra gauge by 2. Oh, I thought it was 3, but it's 2. The red ring ignores everything, basically, and 90% chance of speed reduction for 5 seconds, and reduces their chakra gauge by 6, 13.7 times attack towards them. Honorable mentions for the body type is Jiraiya. He can heal and does a lot of damage to the heart type.